Yo, what is up, guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, Jermell Charlo defeats Jeison Rosario by an 8th round stoppage to become a unified champion at 154 pounds. He now holds the WBC, IBF, and WBA super lightweight titles. So, congratulations to Jermell Charlo. You know, this fight, in my opinion, was pretty fun, pretty entertaining, back and forth action, but it was one of those fights in which I always felt Jermell Charlo was ahead and kind of in control, to be honest. Jermell Charlo started this fight really well, for example. First round, maybe about a minute into the first round, he dropped Jeison Rosario. Didn't really hurt him, but he caught him with a left hand, which dropped him, kind of caught him off balance. And that was a great start for Jermell Charlo. And yeah, as and when it was kind of back and forth, Jeison Rosario's best success, in my opinion, came to the body. He was landing some good left hooks to the body in particular. Some of those were straying low, and he was actually warned a couple of times for punching low. But Rosario was doing good body work, and Charlo himself was also doing some really good work. The difference to me was that Jermell Charlo's work, his shots, just seemed to be carrying more power and more explosiveness. And I said going into this fight that Jermell Charlo could win this fight whatever way he wanted. I felt that Jermell Charlo could knock out Rosario in a street fight, and I felt he could outbox him in a boxing match. And he knocked him out in a bit of a brawl. So I'm not surprised by this result at all. In fact, I think I called this fight to be stopped in like rounds 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we got this one quite accurate, so I'm pleased about that. But yeah, man, Jermell Charlo was always in control. He actually dropped Jeison Rosario again in the 6th round. This time Rosario was hurt. It was by a Charlo left hook. Kind of caught him on the top of the head, made Rosario's legs go. Rosario took a knee, but he beats the count, continues to fight on to the best that he can, and the fight was ended in round 8. Now the knockout, in my opinion, looked a bit weird. I've got to be honest. Did Rosario take a dive? That's what a lot of people are saying. I mean, what happened essentially was that Jermell Charlo knocked out Jeison Rosario to the body with a jab. Now that's not uncommon. That has happened before in the past on numerous occasions, but it's just the way it looked. The jab itself didn't look all that powerful, to be honest, and the jab was partially blocked by Rosario's elbow, and the jab kind of then followed through onto the belt line of Rosario, and Rosario hit the deck like he got shot or like he got stabbed, to be honest. And yeah, he couldn't beat the count. He was kind of convulsing on the canvas, and yeah, it was what it was. Did Jeison Rosario take a dive? In my opinion, maybe not like for money or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was looking for a way out. He was losing the fight, and you know his punches weren't really affecting Charlo all that much, in my opinion. Maybe he was just looking for a way out. It was a really tough fight. And yeah, Charlo, in my opinion, was always well ahead. He was in control. He was landing the better shots. And obviously he was hurting Rosario on more than one occasion. So yeah, maybe Rosario was just looking for a way out. When I say dive, I don't necessarily mean he took a dive for money. You know, even just kind of taking a dive to get out of a fight, it's still a dive, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Rosario did, to be honest. But you never know. Sometimes things on camera look more innocuous than they actually are. But I've never really seen anything like that before, to be honest. So, yeah, bit of a weird one. But it was a pretty good fight while it was lasting. But yeah, like I said, Jermell Charlo was well in control, and he becomes the new IBF, WBC, and WBA super lightweight champion. So congratulations to him. He is now a unified champion. He is the number 1 fighter at 154 pounds. I would love to see him now try to become undisputed in that weight class. The remaining title holder is Patrick Teixeira from Brazil. And Teixeira needs to fight Brian Castano. Brian Castano is a PBC fighter. So providing Castano beats Teixeira, there's no reason why we can't have Castano versus Jermell Charlo for all of the belts. And I've got to say, if that fight were to happen, I would make Jermell Charlo a favourite. I've been saying for a while now, Jermell Charlo is the best fighter at £154, and I think he can finally cement that claim by beating the winner of Patrick Teixeira and Brian Castano. I think he beats both guys. I think he destroys Teixeira. I think Castano would be a much harder fight, but I would still pick Charlo to win. Yeah, to me, Charlo is the best guy at £154. He's building up a bit of a resume now, in my opinion. So credit to Jermell Charlo, certainly my favourite Charlo brother. Really good fighter in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to seeing who he fights next. And like I said, in regards to the dive, or the knockout, whatever you want to call it, I just think it was a case of Jermell Charlo taking Jeison Rosario's heart, to be honest. He took his best shots and was delivering harder shots himself. Rosario realised he could not win that fight, and I think he looked for a way out, I'll be honest. But there we go. Decent fight while it lasted. Jermell Charlo, the rightful winner. And yeah, I'm really not surprised by this. Anyway, share your thoughts below. It's been your boy Del Boy. I am out. Peace.